Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin. Still severely under the weather. This is why we can't do any live stream. The cold, the Australian cold has got me, ladies and gentlemen. But the news is floating in, and we must keep up to date. And this is why I'm doing this for you guys to see what you guys feel about all of this news that's been circulating around. Look at this picture. Look at this picture, ladies and gentlemen. There seems to be a lot of rumors around this particular player, and some of the rumors kind of make sense. Julian Alvarez, ladies and gentlemen, is potentially looking to leave Manchester City. I mean, it's been well documented. He's somewhat of a second fiddle over there. Erling Haaland is the big man down there. It's always going to be difficult to get game time as a striker when Haaland is your number one striker, and he's phenomenal. Haaland is absolutely phenomenal. So now there is a bit of a standoff. What's going to happen with Julian Alvarez? Is he going to leave? Manchester City still think he's an important player, and to be honest, he is. Sometimes Manchester City can play two up front with Haaland and Julian Alvarez. Sometimes Alvarez plays just behind Haaland as well. So look, we'll see what happens, but I think it's quite clear Julian Alvarez wants more minutes, and apparently there is going to be talks of whether he should potentially leave or not. So there could be a window of opportunity. So who is up for this window of opportunity? This is what we're going to talk about. There is a possibility a big offer is set to arrive from a big Premier League club in the next days for Julian Alvarez, coming from Gaston. This particular brother, Gaston Edul, who has a lot of internal news in regards to Argentinian players and generally gets them right as well. He's been talking about Enzo Fernandez recently in regards to the Olympics drama that's been taking place. Further goes on to say Julian Alvarez chatted with Pep Guardiola in private and made only one request: let him play the Olympic Games with Argentina. He argued that Pep doesn't give him the minutes he wants at Manchester City. This Olympics is a huge factor, it looks like, especially for Argentinian players, man. Not being there means a lot to them, and I think he is in the squad as well, along with Enzo Fernandez. Look, apparently a big Premier League club is willing to put a bid. Now, wonder who that big Premier League club is. Further goes on to say Fabrizio Romano, several clubs have approached Julian Alvarez. Not only Atletico Madrid is in the mix, but also Paris Saint-Germain showing interest with Mbappe gone. Julian Alvarez is definitely a possibility for Paris Saint-Germain. Atletico Madrid with Diego Simeone, Argentinian links over there, and a lot of Argentinian players in Atletico Madrid. Well, maybe not now, I don't really know, but there's been links with previously. They've had quite a few Argentinians. Argentinians love to play for Atletico Madrid for some reason. Probably Diego Simeone is the reason. No proposal or negotiations yet, but several clubs keen also from England. Manchester City want to keep Julian. Talks with his camp follow about that. Look, I think Julian Alvarez is a pretty good shout for Chelsea if we are one of those big clubs. I've always admired him as a striker. I think he's a very good striker, technically very gifted. Yes, he doesn't have the height, so when it comes to aerial ability, that could be a bit of a concern, but he's the exact player that I feel Enzo Maresca will like to have up front, who's mobile, who's fluid. And don't forget, Enzo Maresca links as well. Enzo Maresca would know everything about this player. There's a lot that actually goes for Chelsea in this case. The only factor that doesn't go for Chelsea is he's going to cost a lot of money. And I don't know whether we're going to pay that level of money. And wages as well, what type of wages we're going to play. We're going to want to pay him. That's the other factor. Julian Alvarez should avoid PSG if he wants to enjoy his football. Chelsea is so perfect for him. This is coming from Vince. I agree with some of the stuff that Vince has said here. Maresca knows his game. His best friend Enzo plays for Chelsea. Palmer knows him as well. He suits our style. He stays in the Premier League. Chelsea need to be in that race. I agree Chelsea need to be in that race, but I doubt that this is actually going to happen. As I said, the transfer fee is quite hefty. Manchester City won 80 million euros, 70 million pounds to sell Julian Alvarez, 24 years old. So from an age point of view, fits. I don't really know whether the wage will fit. I think he's probably on some smart wages over there. And the transfer fee is quite hefty as well. But if Chelsea do want to shake things up. I feel like this is a very good player. I really do. As I said, technically very gifted, very good with his passing in terms of his vision. I think he's a very good finisher as well. His shooting is fantastic inside the box. I think he can be a bit of a lethal weapon. And with all the plethora of players that we have in terms of Cole Palmer, don't even worry about Olise as yet. We're going to talk about Olise. But if we also add Olise on top of what we have in Kunku, Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, and the likes, someone like Julian Alvarez could really, really prosper at Chelsea Football Club, especially with the style of football that we'd like to play. Let me know, ladies and gentlemen, what you think about Julian Alvarez. Are you keen for Julian Alvarez or you're not? Are you looking for a different striker? I think Julian Alvarez, watch this space. This is quite interesting. Why would he come to Chelsea? I guess that's the big question. He's won everything at Manchester City. Why Chelsea? To be the number one striker here at Chelsea Football Club. That's probably why. Now, a little bit of Michael Olise news, ladies and gentlemen. There has been some behind-the-scene talks. Olise is in no rush to leave Palace and only will if he feels the project is right for him. Let's see how this develops. I think, look, Chelsea project, honestly, is probably primed for someone like Olise to come in. I know we laugh about the project. What is the project? We can't seem to get any idea as to where this is going. But look, when you put all of the, when you put all the pieces together, it's a talented squad that we have. There's no two ways about that. We're finally getting a manager that is going to play possession-based football. Our structure is there, and it's always been ready. So we don't need to create that hierarchical structure anymore. Whether they have been successful so far, obviously not. That's a different debate, but at least the structure is there. Whereas Manchester United, they're going through the revamp right now. Manchester United needs to get rid of so many players before they can even start thinking about it. They don't even know what to do with their manager yet. It's a lot more of a mess in Manchester United. So for Olise, I think Chelsea would be a strong proposition. A lot of French players as well that we have in Kunku, Malagusto, Buddy Shield, Desassi, Ugochukwu. He'll enjoy being at Chelsea Football Club. And of course, the whole Joe Shields connection as well, which should smoothen things up. But we'll see what happens with Michael Olise. This is coming from the Secret Scat, who's saying Chelsea want to sign Michael Olise this summer. Olise and Madueke right wing, Mudryk and Sterling left wing. So that's our plan. And I love it. Absolutely love it, man. Yeah, the left wing looks a little bit iffy, but look, if we can add someone like Olise to the mix, I think that will be sensational for the team. And don't forget, look, at the end of the day, Nkunku could potentially play on that left wing as well. Now, some Conor Gallagher news heating up. This guy, there's a lot of suitors for him. Chelsea want more than 50 million to sell Conor Gallagher for Fabrizio Romano, and I'm all down for that. 50 million is probably the right price for Conor Gallagher. Why Gallagher contract has been run down, Chelsea's sporting leadership and ownership have not been convinced he should be integral to their long-term midfield plans. I agree. Look, as well as Conor Gallagher has been for Chelsea Football Club, he's not irreplaceable. I mean, his skill set can be found elsewhere. Of course, the passion and desire to play for Chelsea is admirable, but at the end of the day, the skill set, it can be found elsewhere. Atletico Madrid are interested in signing Conor Gallagher, the most Atletico Madrid type of a player you can even imagine. This is coming from Sammy Mogwell. This is what we shared yesterday. There were some reports from Spain that potentially Conor Gallagher could be linked with Atletico Madrid, Diego Simeone. I mean, this is the perfect player for him. Off the ball work rate, counter-attacking football. Oh my God. Like, if there was a team best suited for Conor Gallagher, Atletico Madrid. Breaking: Tottenham are preparing an offer for Conor Gallagher. There's offers coming left, right, and center. He's a man in demand. Aston Villa, yesterday we got told there was been reports about Aston Villa, Tottenham, Atletico Madrid, and there's plenty more. So hopefully we cash in good on Conor Gallagher. Chelsea regard Conor Gallagher as a better all-round player than Mason Mount, and they won't let him go for less than 50 million bid. Atletico Madrid are also interested. This comes from Sky Cave. I agree. I think Conor Gallagher has a better all-round game. his off the ball work rate is far better than Mason Mount, and I think he's a superior finisher as well. He scores goals, and we've seen later on in the season, Conor Gallagher scored quite a few goals for us. So I agree. Overall package, I think he is far better than Mason Mount. AC Milan have asked for Romelu Lukaku on loan. Romelu Lukaku's demands at Serie A is huge. Huge. Lots of teams going after Romelu Lukaku. Napoli, obviously, with Antonio Conte being the manager over there. AC Milan now. There's lots of demands. There's been talks as well that Romelu Lukaku wouldn't mind a return back to Belgium as well, to his boyhood club Anderlecht. So there's been talks about that. I don't think Anderlecht can afford 37 million release clause. And on top of that, what wages is Romelu Lukaku going to want? Look, no more loans. I think that's been the case. Fabrizio Romano tweeted this out, that Chelsea don't want to loan Romelu Lukaku out anymore. It's got to be a straight up purchase. So no more dramas needed for following seasons. Saudis, please come into play as well. Just buy him. There's a release clause. Just buy him. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea have officially blocked Mudryk and Enzo Fernandez from attending the Olympics. Look, rightly so, man. I get it. I get why these players want to play in the Olympics once in a lifetime, such a sort of situation. Who knows? Maybe they'll get an opportunity in the next one if they're fit or whatnot. Maybe they might not even get an opportunity to be able to have that gold medal, Olympics gold medal, to be part of that Olympics environment. I understand. I get it. It is quite important, but it's far more important to be at Chelsea Football Club, I believe, and be part of the preseason with a new manager, where especially Enzo Fernandez is a very, very important player. Mudryk is someone, look, I want everyone to stay because it only makes our transition to the new manager easier, and we can kick things off in the new season, hopefully with a bang. But if Mudryk is keen to go, that's a player that I wouldn't mind sending to the Olympics. Because I don't necessarily think he's going to be a huge loss for Enzo Maresca, but I think Enzo Fernandez on the other side, I think, will be definitely very much needed. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about. Smash the like button. Hopefully I get better to do streams. I just don't have the energy to do the streams. I am a bit under the weather, but hopefully it'll get better and better, and we can come back and do streams. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, everyone. Take care. See ya.